but they make me feel the same. There's no strings to...
Well, hey. Anyways, hey Closeteers, it's Jackie, and obviously if you're watching me, it's Tuesday. I think I stole that from somebody. I didn't mean to. It just kind of came out. I apologize for missing last Tuesday. My life has been really crazy the past week. I've just been really busy. It was also my brother's 22nd birthday, and I was busy setting up for his birthday party because I kind of threw him a little surprise thing. Anyways, this week's topic is bisexuals. Last week's topic was our people we look up to, and I would have said my mom because I look up to her more than anything in the world. But anyways, on to the bisexuals. This gum is really hard to chew. I feel like it's old. It's like hard. Would you fucking talk about bisexuals already? The first question we're asked about bisexuals is what are our views on them? My view with bisexuals, I don't give a shit. Like, you guys, if anybody's watched my videos, which I'm assuming you guys already have, you know that I'm pretty much live and let live. If you like to eat, I don't know. When I talk about bisexuals, I pretty much just joke around and say they like to eat from the buffet table of life. They like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They don't like to be constrained to one gender. And I don't see what's wrong with that. My best friend, Jackie, yeah, I know, we both have the same name, is bisexual. And it's not a, oh, I just like to be a slut and mess around. Because I feel like people, especially in the gay community, get this idea that just because they're bisexual, oh yeah, they're really not part of the community because they can't just pick one. I don't get that. They can't just pick one. They shouldn't have to. Because to be honest, it's hypocritical for us to have an issue with people and their gender when we sit there and bitch every day about us not being accepted. It's hypocritical. We shouldn't be like, oh, you're bisexual? Oh, you like guys and girls? Oh, you're just greedy. Yeah, it's funny if you're not being serious, but if you are being serious, like, who are you to judge? And that's my opinion on life. Who are you to judge someone else? As long as it's, like, I mean, I totally respect if you don't want to date somebody who's bisexual, but why do you care what their sexuality is? Because they're not doing it with you. It would be like someone coming up to you and being like, oh, you're a lesbian. Like, it's the same thing. We shouldn't judge bisexuals. Well, at least in my opinion. I'm not saying, like, I'm completely right and people who aren't really all about the bisexuals are bad people. It's just, it seems hypocritical to me that we should judge someone for their sexuality when every day we just want people to accept us for who we are and our sexuality and who we choose to love. Because, in my opinion, I think every girl, at least, that I've ever met, like, every girl has that curiosity. Because, this is going to make me sound like a dirtbag, but I've never met a straight girl that, like, hasn't openly told me or shown me that she might be a little bit curious. That just got a little awkward. Anywho, so I guess my just general view about bisexuals is live and let live. Now, the next question is, would you ever date someone who is bisexual? And my answer personally is no. And it isn't because of who they are, it's because I know who I am. And I already to begin with can admit that because of my past, I have a lot of jealousy issues. Like, I'm not a psycho about it, but I already have dirtbag lesbians to worry about, like, hitting on my girl and being on my girl and, like, just, I already have those worries. I don't need to also worry about men. I would rather date a girl who is mainly just interested in women so that I don't have that to worry about. I also get worried that, I mean, sex with a man is different than sex with a woman. I personally think it's better, but what if my partner who is bisexual leans more towards men but is with me because she enjoys being with me. But what if she starts to miss sex with a man? Because let's be honest, girls, even if we do have a strap on, I can't believe I just said that. And even if we do have one, it's different. It's just different. Sex with a man is different than sex with a woman. So what if she misses that? What if I can't fulfill that? Like, I don't want to have these thoughts in my head, so I stick to lesbians, personally. As far as the question, do you think they sway more to one side? Personally, I know a few bisexuals, and from actually when I first came out identifying as a bisexual, I know that it just depends on the person. I actually know a girl who, she identifies more as a lesbian now, but she has occasionally hooked up with guys. But in general, she leans more towards women. But also my best friend Jackie has hooked up with girls, but leans much more towards men and normally dates men. So I think it just depends on the person. For a side note about bisexuals that has been my experience, I remember going through high school and not knowing what I was. Like, even to this day, I date trans guys. Like, my sexuality is very fluid, and I know that. I still find men very attractive. I just can't, I can't get emotionally very involved with a man, I guess. I just connect with women better. But back in the day, in high school, I would go from girl to guy to girl to guy, and I remember, like, my sexuality became a joke to people. I identified as bisexual, and it was like a joke. People would be like, oh, what are you going to wear today, Jackie? You're gay, you're straight pants. Like, are we going to spin a wheel today, and that's how you figure out what you're into? Like, it was terrible. Like, people think it's funny, but it really isn't. Joking about someone's sexuality isn't funny at all. And I remember my friends that are actually my really good friends now and who have grown up and realized they were kind of assholes to me and I just put up with it. They used to, like, talk behind my back about it. They used to just not accept me for who I was. And it really sucks to have a judgment made on you because of who you happen to be attracted to. So it's just something to think about, that it's their sexuality, and I don't fully understand why so many people in the community have such a big issue with bisexuals, because I know plenty of cool bisexuals, and I mean, you may not understand it because you yourself are so to whatever, are either very gay or very lesbian or whatever, or very straight, and you may not understand it, but that doesn't mean that that makes them less a part of this community, because they aren't. Just a food for thought. I mean, it's whatever, but I personally think that judging somebody in general about their sexuality, no matter what it is, I mean, there's so many different sexualities. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, pansexual. There is genderqueer, where you don't really identify your sexuality. Like, there's so many different kinds of ways to love somebody and to what you are attracted to. So I don't really understand why bisexuals get so much flack. But yeah. So that's all I have to say this Tuesday, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.